You're watching this video because someone posted a nasty comment to you or whatever and tricked you into thinking it was me. This happened because if you were able to hover over the comment or whatever, you weren't able to see that it's a channel that has the wrong number of subscribers or that it's just not the same channel. It could have also happened because the person posted an incendiary remark that made you angry or frightened and posted very little information and tricked you into being goaded into it. The person doing this is a troll. What kind of troll? This person has been doing this since 2014 October. This person has set up, at this time, at least 300 channels, most of which are gone because they've been flagged off the internet. This person has done this for reasons as flimsy as you wouldn't let me post a comment in 2014, all the way up to I will drive you off the net and make you commit suicide, and every other kind of thing you can think of. And this person has spent 18 hours a day doing this. Going so far as to watch my channel to see if my icon changes or my name for the channel changes, which I don't do obviously anymore at all, to make sure that the impersonation channels, all of them, have the same icon and the same name, so that all the comments look like they come from me. Relying on the fact that mobile devices like tablets and cell phones and some browsers and some computers like Macs sometimes don't show you, when you hover over the comment, who actually posted it. Well, we can just, I should be able to just complain about this person. If the channel doing the impersonation doesn't have any videos, it doesn't show up on YouTube's search for my channel name. The link below will show you other people who've done this in the past who show up as my channel name, and other people who just simply comment on me who show up as my channel name, because there's an association. So obviously that's not true. But the only reason I can flag a channel is if it reposts a video at all, and plus it has to be one of my videos to impersonate me. YouTube and Google refuse to acknowledge the fact that someone can just set up an impersonator account to comment as you to damage your reputation. This has happened to PewDiePie, who is a famous gaming channel, and Markiplier, which is a semi-famous channel. Why does YouTube and Google permit this to happen in the first place? At one time, YouTube and Google decided that they were going to make everybody use their real names. Lots of people have identical names, so they had to make it to where people could have channels that had the same name. And they encouraged people to post an icon that would be them instead of some random icon. But people could put up any icon they want to, just make sure it's not the same. Once this was found out to be their policy, that it would be exploitable like this, they ignored that fact and left it up. Now that they've removed the requirement for real names, or even using Google Plus at all, they still maintain a, oh, we can't do anything attitude when you post that someone's just simply impersonating your channel with your face and your name. And obviously posting something illegal. Okay, what about flagging their comments? If you flag a comment as spam, because that competes with Google and YouTube, they'll actually remove the comment. If you flag it for anything illegal, it may not remove it. And if you flag it for child endangerment, which I've had to do repeatedly to this person, they won't remove it. So I can't delete a comment impersonating me that's actually violating federal law. That compelled me to contact the FBI and say, I need you to look into this, because this person's impersonating me and YouTube won't let me delete the comments. The response I got back was, that's really, really not our department, but the comments are, and we can tell that it's not you. Thanks. That's all I don't even know if they're going to do anything about it. Next, I've contacted YouTube's tech support. They won't fix it. I'm sorry, it's outside of policy. And if you go to the help forums, there are people who call themselves top contributors who sometimes help, but most of the time they're apologists. There are about 3 or 4 of them I can name off the top of my head. But all they do is blame you for it happening and say, disengage with them. It doesn't matter if I interact with or don't interact with the troll harassing my account. They keep posting because they're mental. The person doing this, again, 300 or more channels since 2014 of October, sitting there for 18 hours a day to see if I changed my icon. I kept this person from sleeping for 3 days straight to see which one of us would pass out first by changing my icon repeatedly. Didn't sleep. It's not an automated process. Someone went to the trouble of really literally staying up 3 days straight. to try to make sure the channel's emulation was perfect. Finally passing out at one point, I'm sure. That's not obsession, that's mental illness. Why don't I contact them and try to negotiate with them? I've been told to do that by YouTube. Contacting a mentally ill person who wants attention and is demanding repeatedly, let my comments show so that I can tell people the truth about you, and then posting a bunch of lies? A sociopath? Right, I was supposed to contact. So I did. I actually contacted the person, asked them repeatedly, even in unlisted videos, can you explain why you're doing this? I got conflicting answers, because the person knows that if they tell the truth even once, they're screwed. This is the same behavior I get, coinkadinkly, from channels that I'm pointing out are propagandists that use manipulation based on ignorance of information, fear, and anger to manipulate large numbers of people and make a cult. Next, I'd like to point out that this really started when a bunch of partner network companies wanted me to join them because I had a lot of subscribers and a lot of videos at one point. And when I said no, this started happening. But that couldn't possibly be true. Okay, well, let's try the other reason. Negative comments always get replies because people keep feeding the trolls. YouTube knows this. Even if nobody feeds the trolls by posting a comment, or if I delete any replies to the troll, or delete the troll's comment entirely, YouTube makes money because people get more page views that way. You may have noticed if you have a Google Plus account, whether it's active or not, you have one, it puts up a little bell in the upper right-hand corner. And that bell keeps you from ignoring anybody. That's its purpose. It nags you. A person can up and down vote your comment and you have to look at it. It keeps setting off the bell. It's a way of fucking with people. It will not stop working. So I deleted Google Plus and it went away. Obviously, I'm going to delete Google Plus to get rid of it. It's infuriating. If you have a Google Plus channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It even comes with a default setting to make a noise. YouTube and Google make money off page views. If somebody causes page views, they're not going to delete their channel for harassing people. And they're not going to delete any of the comments they post, even if they contain illegal content. One of the comments is still up. It's ready to be investigated. It's an obvious illegal posting that should result in that channel being deleted. And it's been up for 2 months. The individual in question that's been doing this since 2014 lost over 300 channels, or nearly 300 channels, excuse me, over this period of time since October of 2014 because they're guilty. But they won't take down the comments when the person posts links to illegal porn. Yeah, YouTube isn't doing something self-serving to make money here. Next, I'd like to point out that they eventually got around to it from 2014. In May of 2016, they finally took down a majority of the real channels this person was using because they finally saw enough complaints from everybody else. For some reason, I'm not important. I guess it has to be hundreds of people complaining about it. This person had actually gone out of their way to harass other people, so they flagged his channel. Once he lost access to his primary YouTube and Google accounts, those apparently had a bunch of passwords, and this person became livid. And I took credit for it, so I get attacked. And ever since then, mid-May, late mid-May, let's say the 20th of May, this constant behavior, this constant harassment's been happening to my channel and to my subscribers and to my viewers by this person. Again, YouTube won't allow me to block, ban, or hide any of the comments, or ignore, or mute any of the comments. They will always show up. It's not a loophole or a technical issue. YouTube and Google want this to happen because it makes them money. Next, if I flag the account, I can't remove their comments. If I remove their comments, I can't flag them. And if the channels that are doing this don't upload a video of any kind, I can't flag them for impersonation no matter how obvious it is, and Google just says it's not visible on YouTube a certain way, even though it's obviously a Google Plus account, or more accurately, because it doesn't matter, the person's impersonating me to get me in trouble. Nothing is going to be solved unless we all do one thing. Never reply to a nasty comment on the internet again. It's the only thing that works. It's called don't feed the trolls. That's it. That's all that we can do. And if we can't do that, and most people can't because they lose control over themselves, this behavior will be continuing until morale is destroyed. This behavior is by design from YouTube, by the way. They could easily fix this. It would take them 5 minutes to fix it. Just give us a button to where I can make it to where the person can't comment in any way, shape, or form. They only get away with one comment, and I flag all further comments, and I don't have to deal with them anymore. YouTube allows you to block lots of people for lots of things, but they can sneak through. YouTube does that on purpose. Maybe it's for free speech versions. But in these cases, it's not free speech. It's someone posting illegal pornography and trying to get me arrested for it. Or at least blamed. This is being done by someone to have power over another person, and YouTube is facilitating it. Google and YouTube facilitated it even more by having Google+. They know what's happening, and they don't care. There are literally thousands of people complaining about the same thing. Famous channels like PewDiePie, which is a gaming channel, and Markiplier, which is another gaming channel, have been impersonated to the point that there's thousands of impersonator accounts you can look up at one point. The only reason they did anything for them is they make money overtly, and they're partners. And the only thing that I can see that makes any sense is that Google and YouTube allow this behavior because it increases page views, so more advertisement is seen. And the other thing is, I won't join one of these YouTube networks, and I don't allow monetization, so they hate me. So, to reiterate, I've already reiterated everything important here. The only thing you can do is not do something. Don't respond to the troll. Number 2, I can't fix it because YouTube won't let me. Number 3, I'm not responsible for this, so I'm not taking the blame for it. Next, you might be watching this also because you left a nasty comment because you're being harassed. I didn't harass you, so stop yelling at me. Next, you can hover over the comments or just click them to find out who actually posted the comment. Next, you have to follow a policy of not responding to negative commentary on the entire internet if you really want to make a big difference. Definitely on YouTube. And always checking who's making the commentary because anybody can be impersonated. And lastly, if you really want me to, I can prove a channel like this can be impersonated. I'll impersonate your channel with some channel I can build that day. If you really want proof, we can do that. You can do that yourself. It's extremely easy. YouTube has made it easy. In fact, at one time, they left a utility up that let you create 100 channels with the same name and icon. No, I'm not joking. They did it for corporations. But they left it open to the public. And for all I know, it's still there. But now this person is just doing them one at a time. I'm going to leave a set of links below that show you all of the Google Plus pages, since I don't have one, that are named after my channel. Those are all impersonators. And a YouTube search that'll show you all the channels that have tried to use my channel name for search engine optimization. Or just because it's a similar name. There's only about a half a dozen. And or channels that have given me props and mentioned me in videos. You won't find any YouTube channels that impersonating me because the person doesn't upload any videos. That's the only requirement. And under no circumstances have I been able to fix any of this except by complaining, and now YouTube has blocked me from complaining because they say I complain too much. After someone since October of 2014 has set up hundreds of channels impersonating me, trying to get me in trouble, and succeeding to get my channel shut down a couple of times, and then YouTube and Google had to admit, yeah, it was a mistake because we shouldn't have listened to the troll, and then they did it again anyway. And the reason it's happening is almost exclusively because it does actually add to their coffers, and they don't care about anybody unless they're monetized. Thank you for watching. I hope this wasn't too drawn out. Please learn from this incident, and please don't believe somebody is being negative to you or respond to them anymore. There's never a benefit. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that.